Hello, and welcome to Barely Contained, your indispensable guide to the incredibly dispensable world of celebrity journalism. I'm Chris Beckett, and I'll be joined as ever by Matt Withers. Coming up on this week's episode, we will be focusing on country music sensation Carrie Underwood's starchy surprise, the truth, allegedly, behind Gethin Jones and Katherine Jenkins split, and British model Demi Rose enjoying London Zoo, goats, and suggestive ice lollies. Thanks for joining me, as always, Matt.
That's me.
And starting us off today, we have country music superstar Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood sweetly shows off her son's favourite new potato toy in playful Instagram snap.
I'm glad you told me who Carrie Underwood is, because I was not sure. I was wondering, it's not the one from Sleater Kinney, is it? That's Carrie Brownstein. She's highly unlikely to be in the dailymail.com.
No, and interestingly, this has been written by very much the Alan Smithy of the digital journalism craft, dailymail.com reporter.
Yeah. So this reporter is either ashamed to have a byline, or it is an incredible piece of nominative determinism.
We will let you, the listeners, judge. She's a proud mother, and Carrie Underwood took to Instagram Wednesday to share an image of a potato with a drawn-on smiley face inside an inflatable donut, saying that it's a favourite summer toy for her son Isaiah.
This is, just looking at the written version, it's very American, isn't it? So it's Wednesday rather than on Wednesday, and favourite spelt without the... I mean, I know that's not the key taking from this sentence about a potato inside an inflatable donut, but still.
This is some potato. Also, I have to say that this was actually very high up on the Daily Mail's online site. I don't, and excuse the pun, I did not have to dig deep for this story. This is what my kid has been playing with for the past 2 days, the 35-year-old vocalist wrote to 7.4 million followers. Yes, it's a potato. Yes, he has other real toys. Yes, I know it's weird, said the Grammy winner, who shares the top with her hockey player hubby, Mike Fisher, 38.
That's odd, isn't it? Shares the tot.
This very much seems to be the way of these stories now. I think maybe the Daily Mail isn't used to married couples who have different surnames. They find that highly irregular.
Yeah, that's it. It probably needs to be explained exactly what the situation with ownership of said tot.
The Instagram post was a hit with the audience, garnering more than 280,000 likes as of Wednesday evening, including from celebs Reese Witherspoon, Jamie Lynn Spears and Lindsay L, people reported.
Okay, so Reese Witherspoon I am au fait with. She is like, maybe not the queen, but like the princess royal of rom-coms. Jamie Lynn Spears, is she related to Britney?
Well, funny enough, I had a feeling you might ask me about this, Matt, so I did some research. Jamie Lynn Spears is best known for her role as Zoe Brooks on the Nickelodeon teen sitcom Zoe 101, in which she starred from 2005 to 2008.
So that's what she is.
She's also Britney Spears' sister.
So that's what she's best known for, isn't it? It's like Danny Dyer's daughter, who we talked about last week, going into Love Island saying, I'm best known for my modelling work. No, you're not. And Lindsay L?
Lindsay L is a Canadian singer. I would imagine country, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
The Little Toy Gun singer, a vegetarian.
No, never heard of it.
I think it's one of her greatest hits,
Is it?
according to Wikipedia.
do you know how it goes?
I could guess.
Okay, don't try then.
The Little Toy Gun singer, a vegetarian, last year told Self magazine that she regularly incorporates potatoes into her menus.
I mean, this is fascinating, isn't it? I think we've settled the question of whether the reporter was too ashamed to have a byline.
I'm always roasting vegetables, like sweet potatoes or spaghetti squash. It's easy to make, and you can make a lot of it, Underwood told the publication.
Isn't spaghetti squash technically made from squash? Is that really a part of the potato family?
I mean, you're nitpicking, but I think you've probably got a fair point.
I don't think it is. So, I mean, spaghetti squash, it's easy to make, and you can make a lot of it. That sentence sounds like if Donald Trump were to tweet about spaghetti squash, and it's factually wrong, boastful, and written in incredibly basic vocabulary.
The blonde beauty who's recovered from getting 40 stitches on her face after falling at her home last fall, told People last month that it's Isaiah who makes her feel prettiest with his kind words. I think she's throwing a little bit of what they know as shade at hockey player hubby Mike Fisher there.
Yeah.
Obviously not really making her feel worthwhile. Also, I want to know more about the spud, the plucky little tuber, the mirth-making Murphy, the top tater. Yeah, that's enough. I feel the prettiest when my kid says something that's just super sweet. The Little Toy Gun singer said. She has got other songs. This morning, Melissa, my hair and makeup artist, was starting to put my makeup on, and he's all in his pyjamas, and he said, "No, don't do that." And I was like, "Why, baby, why? Are you upset?" And he said, "I like you just how you are." He didn't want me to put makeup on. That made me feel pretty. I know I wasn't because I had just woken up and hadn't brushed my teeth yet. But he made me feel pretty.
What a fucking creep.
I think he was paraphrasing Billy Joel there. Don't go changing to try to please me, Mum.
He knows what side his potato's buttered on, doesn't he?
He knows that he's going to be getting a bit of baked action. The former American Idol earlier this week shared a workout shot on the social media sites as she stood in a home gym wearing a white tank top with magenta leggings from her fitness fashion line, Kalia by Carrie. And that's where the story leaves us. Suddenly, without going back to which social media site it was, I'm presuming Instagram.
It was Instagram, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel a bit let down, really, because I don't feel we got to know this potato. We're very much veered off topic. I mean, with all these Americanisms in it, I would just say, I say potato, you say potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
I think the dailymail.com reporter probably wishes that they had called the whole thing off.
OK, I'm going to go to the Express Online, and they're speculating in their headline, Katherine Jenkins. Could Gethin Jones's odd grievance be real reason behind their split?
Ooh.
This is by Minnie Wright, who was very much the most diminutive scribe in the office. It begins, Hits Radio presenter Gethin, 40. You listen to Hits Radio, Chris?
No, but I do, just the hits. I would be happy with that.
Was quizzed about the reason he's still single on the show last week, with co-hosts Gemma Atkinson and Dave Vitti even inviting his sister on to debate the issue with them.
Mm-hmm.
His sister Mererid, which is either a misprint or she is achingly Welsh,
right?
Which is the more likely, was asked if The Bachelor had an image of perfection in his head that he can never really achieve.
Oh, that's quite deep.
It is for Hits Radio, isn't it?
Well, I don't think we should, be quick rush to judgment. They've got a strong lineup with Gethin, Gemma Atkinson, and Dave Vitti, famous for being one of Chris Moyles' zoo crowd.
They're very much into their psychology on the breakfast show.
Yeah.
I think so. Yes, she confessed. They have to tick every single box, which conjures up images of kind of perfectionist Gethin with a clipboard.
Yep.
If there's one tiny thing wrong, like the middle toes longer than their big toe, he goes off on one, she revealed.
What, he actually gets angry?
Furious.
Abusive?
As a Welshman, tamping,
yeah.
Gethin interjected, I am starting to feel really uncomfortable with this conversation.
I am a little bit as well, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, as well you might, son. Well, the reason...
Especially if you start calling me son.
that was Gethin.
Very odd.
That was for Gethin. I was referring to the Hits Radio presenter. Well, the reason for his split from opera star Katherine, 37... Well, they refer to her here as an opera star, Chris, but you and I will know from our time many years ago at Wales on Sunday, whenever we referred to Katherine as an opera star, there was one person who made it their life's duty to phone in and complain that she wasn't classically trained, and could we refrain from referring to her as such?
Just the hits, just the facts.
Opera star Katherine, 37, is unclear. It does appear the blonde beauty suffers from the condition which, according to his sister, comprises his pet peeve.
Well, apart from that being an utter bilge sentence, the condition... Now, I'm no chiropodist, but I'm if anyone knows of a condition involving the third toe, I've heard of ones involving your your index toe. The middle toe, I'm not sure.
Also, pet peeve is not a great phrase to say when you've not got one who's going to spit guards over your microphone. Katherine and Gethin first met when she appeared on Blue Peter in 2005, back when he was a presenter on the children's show. The couple announced their split in late 2011, less than a year after confirming their engagement.
That toe just eating away at him.
Yeah, all that time. Oh my God.
All those sandals that she was wearing, not knowing the pain and the anguish he was going through.
Every time he came home with a pair of hobnail boots, saying, "I think you'd look good in these, love." And she'd be like, I just don't think them either.
Oh, I love it when you do Welsh.
After they parted ways, the Welsh singer opened up about their breakup in a frank interview with The Mirror. "When Gethin and I broke up, 2 weeks later, I had to go on a UK tour," she said. "Every day just trying to find the energy to cope, let alone going on stage and understand his reason for doing it." Well, you know now, Katherine, it was foot fascism.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everybody else is under the impression it was my decision, my ambition, she recalled. "I wanted to take over the world." It was so far from the truth. In 2013, Katherine began dating American artist and director Andrew Levitas, and the pair announced their engagement in 2014. Since tying the knot later that year, they have welcomed 2 children together, daughter Aliyah Rain and son Xander Robert Selwyn.
Now, let's unpack that. If nominative determinism has taught me anything, I'm very sure that the daughter will end up probably being an R&B or soul singer, and their son a professor of English literature at Durham University, or a highly revered war poet.
I think that is definitely what they're aiming at. Gethin, whose single life was analysed in depth on his radio show, split from model Katja Zwara. They're not making it easy for me, are they? Here? 28 earlier this year. The Sun reported they had called time on their romance after a year of dating due to busy work schedules.
There's a lot of shout-outs here for other publications. It's quite unusual.
They really are. And also, busy work schedule. He's part of a 3-man presenting team on Hits Radio.
Yeah, surely Atkinson and Vitti could, pick up a bit of slack.
If he didn't turn up to work, literally the only person with notice is Dawn the hairdresser in Swindon, who got a DAB radio for Christmas and can't work out how to change the station.
Fair.
Gethin, Gemma and Dave kick-started their brand new show on Hits Radio last week. In addition to their discussion of the former's love life, they delighted many fans by giving away 2 tickets to see Taylor Swift to every caller throughout the week and launching several fun new segments.
They really run out of things to write here. I mean, did they also play the eponymous hits?
Express.uk has contacted a representative for Katherine Jenkins asking for comment.
Right.
I mean, what? On the several fun new segments, going to be like, a spokeswoman said, Katherine loves them, but she's a bit fucked off about the whole foot thing.
Yeah. Katherine's toes are a matter for her own person.
I interviewed Katherine Jenkins once.
Did you?
Yeah, she was very lovely and gave me a signed copy of her then new album, Unsolicited.
Was it unsolicited?
Yeah, I didn't
ask for it.
I didn't ask for it, Chris. It's also as unsolicited and unlistened to.
Oh, that's harsh.
Oh, she's not listening.
Yeah.
Right, Chris, what have you got for us for your final story of the fortnight?
Right. Finally, we have a story The Sun has just simply headlined Demi Glace.
Well, firstly, that noise people would have just heard in the background is your cat.
Chutney, hello.
Demi Glace. There's your cat. We'll leave that in.
Big Demi Glace fan.
Yeah. I don't get the pun.
You will.
Okay.
You will. Demi Rose cools down with an ice lolly and strokes a goat on day out at London Zoo.
Okay, right. Demi Rose. Did we talk about her a fortnight ago?
No.
Have we talked about it before?
I think we have talked about a Demi Rose, but it was a Demi Rose Morby, I think, not just Demi Rose. I think
I genuinely lose track.
We're breaking new ground.
Okay, right.
Even though it might not sound like we are.
No, I mean, really, Demi Rose cools down an ice lolly and strokes a goat on day out London Zoo. This is a real high for journalism, isn't it?
The 23-year-old looked great in black corseted trousers and a tight white T-shirt as she enjoyed some downtime with a friend.
What paper's this from? What website's it from?
Sorry, this is from The Sun Online,
okay.
Written by Dan Kane. Demi Rose sucked on an ice pole and petted... Demi Rose sucked on an ice pole and petted a goat on a fun day out at London Zoo on Tuesday.
Right, ice pole.
I mean, I think even the late Peter Stringfellow would have thought calling an ice lolly an ice pole in an attempt to make it sound more sexually suggestive was a little bit off.
And also, Demi Rose sucked on an ice pole and petted a goat on a fun day out at London Zoo on Tuesday. If this was in a local newspaper and you didn't know who she is, and actually I don't, you read that sentence and you would assume she had a carer.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know about you, but I'm curious to learn more about this goat. Maybe we'll find out. The 23-year-old showed off her tiny waist in a pair of black corseted trousers and a tight white T-shirt. The beauty took a touristy trip during a day off from her racy modelling schedule. Taking a break from her racy modelling shoots, Demi looked to be having fun as she peeped through a flower board and watched penguins swim around.
This is really year 7, what I did on my holiday stuff, isn't it? Apart from the racy modelling shoots, one would hope.
What's the flower board?
I've no idea. I don't know what an ice pole is. I don't know what a flower board is. I don't know who Demi Rose is. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Demi posed for a snap in front of the tiger enclosure and showed her gal pal pictures on her phone.
Now, her gal pal. Now, you're thinking that's her female friend, don't you? But actually, gal pal is the affectionate way that Demi addresses her friend, the former Manchester United and England defender, Gary Pallister.
Really? Wow. That's quite an eye-opener. Her decision to enjoy an ice lolly was a rare break from her strict diet, which she said is needed to maintain her famous figure. 2 things.
Your cat is getting very excited about this story.
2 things, Chutney. I'm not sure ice lollies are exactly bursting with calories. They're not something to really, blow you off the rails of a diet.
No, it's not like somebody goes to Weight Watchers and says, you know what my problem is? It's 20 mini milks a day.
It's getting out of hand. Damn right.
That's the mention of mini milks.
Secondly, her decision. This is not deciding on whether or not you should go ahead with fracking in your community or holding talks with North Korea. All she's opting in or out of is having a fucking Calippo. She recently shared the secrets behind her stunning body and revealed never eats fatty food and her only treats are nuts or peanut butter.
Yeah, and she has killed several people on flights.
Yeah. Demi smiled as she watched the penguins swim in their enclosure. Demi told the Mail Online, "I try to keep as healthy as I can. With travelling, it's hard to work out. I travel across the world but try to keep my routine. Everyone says I'm the healthiest person they know." Humble brag there.
This is more quotes that sound like Donald Trump tweets.
Yes, I am the healthiest person I know. Just ask my doctor. My figure just gains weight so fast. Any bad thing I eat, my body isn't used to it and just puts on the weight. The fattiest thing I will ever eat is nuts and peanut butter. The Sun Online exclusively revealed the Birmingham-born beauty is dating millionaire house DJ Chris Martinez.
Nope.
Yep, that's actually what I've written. Nope. The pair were first spotted together in December when Demi was seen locking lips with Chris at an airport in Madrid.
Yep. They were locking the flaming lips in a cupboard in protest to their pretentious, meandering music.
But what happened to the goat?
It was never mentioned again, was it?
Patted the goat, and then it was all about the penguins and peanut butter.
Yeah, so we've been tantalised this week with stories about a potato and a goat, and we're left none the wiser with either.
It's almost as if some of these are not written very well or written very, very fast.
Yes, fast and badly. And that is the journalism of today.
Amen. Well, that has been episode 2 of series 2 of Barely Contains. Hope you've enjoyed listening. Don't forget that you can follow us on Twitter at barely_pod, and we also have a presence on Facebook. So that is it, basically. Thanks very much for listening. I've been Chris Beckett, and thanks as ever to Matt Withers.
Yeah, thank you very much. Join us for the next episode when there'll be no cat. Not that we're going to kill the cat.
Cat's not looking very happy about that.
No. Bye.
Bye.